Welcome back to another episode of Mainly Lofts. Lots going on in this episode. There's it's going to be reasonably long, but we've got a lot of things that we need to cover in here and a few very exciting things. So basically today what I did, I managed to pick up both these eggs that we have been talking about, which are in here. See, there's one of them. So basically I've got a pair of eggs in here that are fertile, and we're going to put them underneath Sniperwolf, which is our barless hen. She's paired up with her son, but what we're going to do is we're going to take out her eggs. She has laid one egg. She's going to lay another one tonight, I think. So what we're going to do is take out her eggs and then swap them for these. These are tiger grizzles. So the pairing that this come from is a tiger grizzle cock, and then the hen is a black hen. So we should get at least one tiger grizzle out of here, hopefully. That's the plan. The father is the father of Oreo, the tiger grizzle we had here for a little while before we traded her back to get one of Storm's babies back. But now we, fingers crossed, are going to get another one. We're going to keep 4 stock. We're going to keep that in our colour breeding section so that we've got a little library of colours, so we can just grab something, mix and match bits and pieces and breed all different types of colours. That's the plan. And then also have our Leo and Storm racing line, which is going pretty good, surprisingly. So we've got those 2 eggs which we're going to move into the nest, and then we have another little surprise in here, but you're going to have to wait till the end of the video before I show you what's in here, because a few of you are going to really like this. So drop some comments down below if you think you know what it is. Let's see who's right, but make sure you hit that like button if you've got this far, and I hope you enjoy the video. Let's keep going. So I've basically just washed out some bowls. I've got some other ones in there that are just getting disinfectant, so all I need to do is give these a dry, put some food in there, and we're going to go take it out to the breeding birds, and then we'll just basically go through all them. We'll go check up on all the birds. We'll take these eggs in a little bit later. Will be in this video, and then I'll introduce you to this guy. And I think that's most of the stuff we're going to cover, but who knows, with these videos things just go crazy. There's a lot of drama, so catch yous in a second. I'll get these sorted. Okay, so we've got one little pot full of seed for one pair. Their young are a little bit younger, so I'm going to leave it with this for the time being. But Leo's and Storm's babies are getting pretty big, starting to get a little bit of feather up quite well. Walking around the loft and things, copying what mum and dad do. So when they get to that point, what I like to do is try and bring in like a pick tray like this, so the babies can start learning how to pick and eat themselves. So I like to try and wean them out as early as possible. Well, basically get them eating the seeds as quick as possible. It definitely helps mum and dad, because the mum and dad, which is Leo and Storm, are going to lay another eggs very soon, I'd say, in the next week to week and a half. I'd say there's probably going to be another round of eggs in there, and that's going to be their final round for the time being. They need to have a bit of a break. That'll be 3 rounds and 5 babies, so that's enough for them. Give them a bit of a break, and we'll just fatten them back up, get some condition in them, and get them nice and happy. Let's go out there. Okay, let's have a look at Leo and Storm's babies first. Now let's just move that water out of the way. There's a lot of pink mineral powder in here. I've been giving them a lot to eat, and you can just see that it just goes everywhere, all over the perches, on their beaks, pink everywhere. How about you? You got some pink up there? Oh, a little bit. So doing pretty well. These babies getting pretty big now, but looking pretty good. They actually are walking around the loft and getting around quite easily, and you can see that they're getting ready to start feathering up under the wings. So let's get them out and we can have a look at them walking. This is why I want to get this pick tray in here for them, so they can start picking at all the seeds. So they're definitely old enough to be doing that. Come on. Come on. But pretty cool. We got another thunder, and then we got a mini storm as well, which is good. She's very similar. Just that very light checker, T-check maybe I think it's called. I just call it a light checker. So yeah, looking pretty good. Babies are very healthy. Going to start feathering up under that wing soon, so they're very close. Another week to week and a half, and we could even be just starting to wean them out, because they're at that point now where they just grow real quick, where the feathers come under and they pick everything up. They get pretty smart. But looking pretty happy, which is good. Let's get you a pick tray in here. You can just have a little bit of a pick around yourself, and I'll be able to keep an eye on them through the window anyway, just to see how they're going. But Mum and Dad will be in there eating. I'll just shut this up. They might come down and have a bit of an eat while we're watching. Come on. Come on. Come on. No? Alright, we'll move over. Oh, got to put your nest bowl back in there. Sorry guys. Hey, come on. Come on. In you get. Alright, I'll leave you alone now. Alright, let's have a look at this pair. Let's move that out of the way. Bring in some fresh seeds for you. We're just going to have a look at the babies. Look how much pink mineral powder they got on their noses. The parents really feed that to them pretty hard. I'm just going to give it a break for 24 hours. And just because they just make such a mess, I need to clean all the bowls. These guys are turning out pretty good too. Same thing, we got a checker and a blue bar. Definitely going to have a loft full of blue bars, I can tell you that, and we might have quite a few little checkers in there as well. They're looking pretty good. These babies I think even look better than Leo and Storm, so it'll be interesting to see how they are when they sort of get a bit older. Generally after the first molt you can get a pretty good idea of what the bird's going to look like. They all look pretty similar at this age. You're the little feisty one, aren't you? But we'll see. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how they turn out. Pretty excited for this pair because the mum and dad are quite nice looking birds. And if you picked up on the last video, we're going to call that big cockbird Titan. That was pretty much the consensus. There's a lot of heaps of comments about that. People actually recommending that name, so we're going to go with it. I think it's going to suit him. He's a big, grumpy, strong bird, so probably go well with him. Let's get you guys back in there. And mum and dad can get you some food and whatnot. Alright. Got the new water. So basically, oh, calm down you pigeons. So this is their new water feeder. I basically bought that a few weeks ago, and what I do now is clean the other one, bring this one in, and then when this one comes out, the other one comes in. So I just keep rotating them, maybe once a week. So we'll see how we go with that. Seems to be working pretty well. But yeah, let's get in and see what else is going on here, because lots of little pigeons everywhere. All these ones, so that's Thunder. You can see that oh wow, he's molting pretty heavily now, and I'm pretty sure he's a cockbird, this one. You can see all his feathers under here are coming out, and same with the black ones as well. The black ones are doing that. You're getting close to doing it, aren't you? And then also little Bluey at the back there, she's molting pretty heavily as well. So lots of feathers in here. I just gave it a bit of a clean out, but I'm gonna have to do it again tomorrow. Let's go over here and have a little bit of a look. Alright, so you two guys aren't meant to be in here. So sniperwolf, that's her first egg. So we'd have to wait for the other one to drop, and then we'll swap out those eggs with the tiger grizzle ones. The eggs that I did show you before in that little container are going to go in here, and we'll take these ones out. I'm going to give it a bit of a shot at fostering birds, and hopefully we can get another tiger grizzle in a loft. Pretty excited. If we're lucky, we could get 2 tiger grizzles. Who knows? But I feel like we might get a tiger grizzle and a pure black, or a black pied. So either way, we're going to come out pretty good. So pretty excited about that. But we'll keep we'll get those eggs in there soon. Nothing's going on up here. The other pair's not doing anything. How about you? These ones are not far off hatching. Well, one of them will. I'd say probably early next week, which is not very far away. Next 4 or 5 days we should start seeing these chipping. Oh, actually, I'm wrong. It's chipping already. Shows you how much work I've been doing lately. I haven't been paying attention to the dates, but this one's chipping. So that's good news. We're going to have the first little chick from this pair, which hopefully, if this is the only one that survived, it turns out to be a barless, because that's what the aim is with these pairs anyway. But it's just really sad that only one of these eggs is fertile, and the same thing when Leo and Storm was in this nest box. Only one egg was fertile as well. It's just really strange. So this is kind of like Thunder. You know, he was an only child, and this one is going to be an only child as well. A little bit sad, but we're getting a chick, which is good. I'll put that one back in there. I'm going to leave that egg there for the time being. I don't want to stress her out too much, and we might be able to use that just to test a theory. But we'll have a look at these little chicks down here. We'll bring them up here. Same thing with these ones. As she looked at it as if like, oh gosh, where did they come from? They hatched quick, didn't they? So yeah, let's have a look at these little guys. You can see how much food is in this thing. It's massive. These parents are doing a fantastic job. Same thing, this one's got a fair bit of food in there as well. But it's pretty obvious here that we've got 2 very different colours. We've got that real Goldilocks colour, and then we've got Blondie over here. So it's going to be interesting to see what these turn out. What I might do this time is probably try and pay a bit more attention to see what colours these do turn out. Say for example, if this Goldie colour turns out to be a blue bar, and then this one over the back here turns out to be a barless, then we're like, okay, that's a close indication that, you know, with our split barless pairs, that the lighter ones, if we get the coloration like this, the lighter ones might be barless. But we'll test it. When generally the colour variation in chicks at this age is a good indication to tell what they are, because normally with my white birds they're all pink. There's not an ounce of darkness on them. Pink beaks, everything. Pink feet. See, these ones have got different colour feet as well. So this one's got a pinky colour feet, and then this one's got little black feet. So this one could actually be the blue bar, and this one possibly could be a barless. But we're just going to have to wait and see. Exciting times. We've got a lot of little chicks pumping around here at the moment, and this is my favourite time of the year, which is breeding. I love breeding pigeons, especially when we can do a little bit of colour breeding as well. I know you guys want to see a lot more colour. Drop some comments down below, colours you'd like to see, and if you've got this far, hit the like button. Let's try and get this one to 1,000. I know we can. Come on, flock, let's do this. But what we might do, where's the egg that wasn't chipping? So this is the one that's fertile, it's hatching. You got a good bite on you, haven't you? And this is the one that is infertile, and you can feel the difference. This is super light and very floatish. The other one's very dense. You can feel it when you're touching it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put it in here, because at the moment she's only got 1 egg, so she's hovering. What I might do before I put the new eggs in here is put this little dud egg in here, and see if she actually is like, oh, there's 2 eggs in here, and hopefully she sits on it pretty hard. She might actually probably start sitting on it, which is what I'm hoping. But we'll see. I'll give her a little bit of time, and I'll come back and just see what she's up to. If she's actually sitting down on it pretty hard, then I'm happy to bring in the 2 other eggs. I just don't want to bring them in and she doesn't sit on them and kills them, so we'll just wait before 100%. But she might lay another egg today or tomorrow. I'll just have to check on, see. I'm pretty sure she might have laid the other one last night. Just I got a bit of an electric shock at work last night, and I've been doing all the hospital stuff and that, so it's been a little bit hectic the last 24 hours, so just trying to catch up. But yeah, everything's all right, and thank you everyone for the birthday wishes. Awesome. Feeling a little bit old anyway, but see how we go. So we'll come back in a minute and see how she's going. We need to feed these birds, and also we need to have a look at this little surprise I was telling you about. Okay, so food's done for all the loft birds. Let's get that out of the way. We need to have a look at this little surprise here, because a lot of you guys might be familiar with this little guy. Or some of his family anyway. So you guys ready? So I'm going to tell you about this little fella. Basically, my friend, you remember that the pigeon was in there that came home. So what we did is we took that pigeon back. This is one of the ones that he bred for us. I'm not going to be up there again for quite a long time, so I wanted to pick this chick up. He bred it for me. It is off birds that I gave him, so I'm just going to take it and hand raise it, or we'll put it under another pair. Either way, I don't mind if we hand raise it, because I'm really good at hand raising pigeons and it's not an issue, and it doesn't cause any effects on the pigeons at all, especially at this age when basically they're just bulking on peas. So this little guy, if you guys remember PewDiePie, so PewDiePie and the hen that he came back from on the race got together and had a baby, and basically the baby is this little fella's mum. So basically this is PewDiePie's grandson or daughter, which is pretty impressive. PewDiePie's been racing, he's turned up a few times here, but he did last season breed a little hen, and that hen has produced this little baby. And my mates just gave me this one as a little bit of a, thank you for giving him that pigeon. And it's obviously got this year's ring on it too, which is like an orangey 2020 ring, which is pretty cool. So this one is a soft PewDiePie. I think it's either Leo Hermans or Herman Kuster, I can't remember, crossed with a Stitch and Bolt. That's what the father of this one is. The mother is a blue bar pied, and the father is a pied dark checker Stitch and Bolt, if I'm pronouncing it right. So it'll be interesting to see how this thing goes, because it is a big chick. Look at the I've got big hands, and look at the size of this chick. He's a monster. So it's going to be interesting to see how he turns out. At this point it looks like it's going to be a dark checker. He's got some quite dark saddles on top here, and when his colours come through, he's going to be actually a very stunning bird. So it's going to be interesting to see how this guy goes. We're going to give him a name too, because he's just a good looking nice pigeon, and he's PewDiePie's little boy or girl, grandson. Yeah, so that's what it is. So it's going to be interesting to see. Beautiful little pigeon. Hopefully I might be able to hand raise it. I really want to tame one, especially a dark checker tame pigeon would be amazing. And we'll be able to do it pretty easy. I'll show you how we're going to do it, but hit the like button. Let me know what you think as well. Drop some comments down there. We're going to head out there now and feed these other birds, and not sure about those eggs yet. I'm going to keep them warm. We'll just keep an eye on Sniperwolf and just see how she goes. If she's ready to sit on them, then we'll get them under there, but I just don't want them to go cold. Say left out there overnight, and then they just get chilly, and then the sperm inside or whatever it is dies. So we don't want to take that risk, because we want some tiger grizzles. We want to hatch those eggs. So hey, you're going to be part of the block flock, mate. Yep, and you're going to fly everywhere around there. You are massive. Look at your big feet. Yep. Alright, which is good. Look, she was just sitting down fairly hard on them, which is good news. So I might put them in there a bit later. I'll watch her for a little bit more. But let's feed these guys. Come on. Come on. Come on, Sniper. Let's go. Come on, Sniper. Good girl. So, look at the flock. It's really starting to grow now. Drop some comments down below. Which is your favourite? Any of these birds you want to see get more of? We definitely are going to get more colours. I'm hoping to pick up another white bird, potentially a red bird. Definitely keen to bring in one of Storm's babies, see if we get a pure white one of that, hopefully. So we'll see how we go, and hopefully we get another tiger grizzle, which we probably should, because we've got obviously the two that come from Adam Archer, which are the Archer twins. Don't look like they're going to be tigers. They're molting pretty hard. So yeah, definitely probably try and get a red. Hopefully one of those carry brown. I have some whites. We've got barless, which we can create brown barless, red barless, yellow barless, all those types. She's back up there too, which is pretty good. It's definitely a good sign. All the mums are going back in there quickly, which is fantastic. It's a good sign to say, oh, here she comes again. So yeah, I'm definitely going to have a stock loft when we do move, which will basically be there'll be some good barless in there. There'll be some blacks. We'll have some whites, reds, all the colours. So when we do want to breed, we can just grab a colour, mix it, have a bit of a play around, because they don't have to be racing pigeons, but we're still going to have them there as a bit of a side thing. And then we've got our Leo and Storm line, especially with the black pied over here as well. We're going to bring that into that line as well, do a bit of crossbreeding between those ones, and just see what give us good performance. So obviously have our race of performance, and then we're going to play around with a few colours as well, because it's a very interesting thing, these colours. Like this black one's fantastic, and we'll just toss them as well, and if they get past the tossing stage, we'll put them in the race. Nothing saying that colours can't race, and colours are doing quite well over here at the moment, which is kind of good, because we had the grizzle from we bred from Raven and Storm. That's just been retired into the breeding loft for the season, because he's done around about 80% of the races, and he's come home on time. He's been a clockbird a few of the times, so colours, they're just as good as any other one, so we'll see how we go. I'm keen to bring some colours in. Anyway, I'm going to catch you guys later. I will move those eggs in later on. I'll put that in a separate video, but we do have them, and looks like she's sitting a little bit tight on them, so I'll keep a very close eye on her, and we'll update that little chick hatching soon as well and see what's going on there. So catch you later.